Good morning, students. Today we discuss about 12th standard commerce subject. So in this video we discuss about Companies Act 2013 chapter. That is, in this chapter we discuss about share certificate and share warrant and debenture, and then difference between debenture and shares. So a share certificate is an instrument in writing that is a legal proof of the ownership of the number of shares stated in it. So share certificate is a document issued by the company to those person who have already contributed money in order to purchase shares. So every company limited by shares, whether it public or private company, must issue the share certificate to its shareholders, except in case where shares are held in a dematerialization system. So according to section 45 of the Companies Act 2013, each share of the share capital of the company shall be distinguished with a distinct number of its individual identification. However, such a distinction shall not be required if the shares are held by a person whose name is entrusted as a holder. So, share certificate is one of the certificate issued by the company acknowledging the contribution made by the shareholder to the company, and the total share capital of the company will be divided into each and small units, and each and every unit is called as share. This share certificate contains the following details: company name, date of issue, details of the member, shares held, nominal value, paid up value, and definite number of shares. So these are the details mentioned in the share certificate. Next, share warrant. A share warrant is a negotiable instrument issued by the public limited company only against fully paid up shares. So share warrant is one of the instrument issued by the company to those shareholder who have already paid fully paid shares. Value of shares fully paid. Those shareholders, they will receive the share warrant. So it is also termed as a document of title because the holder of the share warrant is entitled to the number of shares mentioned in it. So there is no compulsion of the issue of share warrant by the company. So share warrant is also a document issued by the company. Next, debenture. So adequate amount of capital is necessary to run a business effectively, successfully. In some cases, capital arranged through internal sources by way of issue of equity shares or using accrued profit is not adequate, and the organization is resorted to external resource of arranging capital. So external commercial borrowings, debentures, bank loan, public fixed deposit, etc. These are the external sources of the company to raise the capital, because of the company already issued shares by way of raising internal source. It is one of the internal source and external source of the company to raise the capital. So according to section 2 subsection 30 of the Companies Act 2013, debenture include debenture, stock, bond, or any other instrument of a company evidencing a debt. So the company will issue debenture certificate in order to acknowledge the debt received by the company from the holder. Along with the debenture certificate, a document issued by the company to mention the interest rate. So whether constituting a charge on the assets of the company or not. So it is equivalent to from the definition that the term debenture covers both secured and unsecured debentures. And then various kinds of debentures. So debentures are of various kinds. That is convertibility of the instrument based on convertibility, debentures are of different types based on security and based on ability, redemption ability, and based on registration of the instrument. The debentures are of different types. First, on the basis of the convertibility, there are four types of debentures. That is non-convertible debentures. This type of debenture holders, they may never convert it into equity shares during the lifetime of the company. Partly convertible debentures. Those who are having this type of debenture, they should convert it part of the debenture into equity shares. The remaining part will be retained by the debenture holder as a debenture holder. Fully convertible debentures. Those who are having this type of debentures, they may convert all the debentures into equity shares during a specific period of time. So upon the conversion, the investor enjoy the same status as ordinary shareholders of the company. Then optionally convertible debentures. In this type, the investor has the option to either convert this debenture into shares at a price decided by the issuer or agreed upon at the time of issue. Next, on the basis of security, there are two types of debentures: secured debentures and unsecured debentures. Secured debentures means these instruments are secured by a charge on the fixed asset of the company. That is, those who are having this type of debentures, they will have a security on the fixed asset of the company. So, if the issuer fail on payment of either the principal amount or interest amount, such fixed asset can be sold to repay the liability of the debenture holder. Unsecured debentures. These instruments are unsecured in the sense that if the issuer default on payment of the interest or principal, the investor has to be included as unsecured creditors of the company. Next, on the basis of the redeemable, there are two types of debentures: redeemable debenture and irredeemable debenture. Redeemable debenture means during a specific period of time, the company will collect the debenture from the debenture holder and they will repay the money to the debenture holder. So that type of debenture is called as redeemable debentures. So redeem means return back. So the debenture holder will return back the debenture to the company and they will collect the money from the debenture from the company during a specific period of a time. Irredeemable debentures, those debenture holder having this type of debenture, they may never redeem it during the lifetime of the company. Until the winding up, they are considered to be the debenture holder. On the basis of the registration, debentures are of two types: registered debenture, bearer debenture. A registered debenture means the name of the debenture holder will be mentioned in the debenture certificate and also in the register of debentures in the company. So the debenture holder name will be entered both in the debenture certificate and in the register. That type of debenture is called as registered debentures. Bearer debenture means the name of the debenture holder will not be mentioned in the debenture certificate and also register of debenture. So it should be a negotiable instrument and it can be freely transferable from one person to another person by mere delivery in the case of bearer debenture. Next, difference between debenture and shares. It is also called as difference between debenture holder and shareholder. First point is debenture constitute a loan. That is, debenture holder will be the creditor of the company. They grant loan to the company, but the share having member, they are the shareholder of the company. So it is the part of the capital of the company. Second point, middle and lower level. Debenture will be the middle and lower level, but share will be the topmost level because of shareholder are the real owner of the company. Debenture holder gets fixed rate of interest before the dividend given to the shareholder. The interest will be given to the debenture holder first. But shareholders get dividend with a varying rate. Debentures generally have a charge on the fixed asset of the company, but shares have no such charge. Debentures can be issued at a discount without any restrictions, but the shares will not be issued at a discount. The rate of interest is fixed in the case of debenture, but in the case of share, dividend rate will be varying, depends upon the profit. Debenture holder do not have any voting right. So in the company meeting, the debenture holder will not be attending all the meeting. Only in the debenture holder meeting they will attend, and they will never have any voting right in the meeting. But in the case of share, the shareholder will have a right to put their vote, and they will have a right to attend all the meetings, especially shareholders meeting. Debenture holders do not have any voting right. Okay. Debenture interest on debenture is payable even if there is no profit. So in a company, every year the company will give the interest to the debenture holder, even though there is no sufficient profit. The interest to the debenture holder will be compulsorily given by the company. But in the case of share, dividend will be paid only if the company will earn sufficient profit. Interest paid on debenture is a business expenditure and they will be allowed as a deduction from profit. But in the case of a share, dividend is not allowable deduction. It is one of the business expenditure. Return of allotment is not required for allotment debentures. So in the case of allotment of debenture, if there is no allotment made, the allotment money, return of allotment will not be required. But in the case of a share, return of allotment in the form of E number 2 is to be filed for allotment of shares. So students, with that we conclude this video session. Go through all the points which are taught in this video and learn the concept, complete the assignment and send task complete message in the group between 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. today itself. And one more important point to all the students, next week onwards quarterly exam will start, so don't waste the time, prepare well and score more marks in the quarterly examination in all the subjects, especially in commerce and accountancy. You must score more marks, and what are the syllabus given to you, go through it, prepare well and write all the answers and work out all the sums and get ready for the examination. All the best. Thank you.